Hello, all you hardcores out there. How are you doing? It's Russ here from Focus Corner. The biggest gob in sport. We say the things on here, and nobody dares say. Isn't that right? Puppy Parsons, Coogan, the Gad, Spencer Oliver, all the rest of you two-faced mofos, all running around saying Dylan White and Conor Benn are serving silent bans. Well, why don't you come on your social medias and say it yourselves instead of giving me bullets to fire, you pieces of shit? Well, it's true, isn't it? Hey, it's true, isn't it? That's what they do, don't they? These people in industry. They've no knackers to go out and say what's going on. So they give little tidbits to people like me. So I spread the gospel, but I can read through it all anyway. And I can assure you, me and Terry Chappendama and Julian McGowan were onto it months and months and months ago. That these lot have been doing silent bans for years. It's what we don't know, isn't it? All right. So there you go. Thanks for liking and subscribing and leaving a comment to my channel. We've got another channel, Porky's International. Feel free to go and have a look. Boxing is this channel. The other channel is every other sport. All right. So no politics though. There's no politics, and we don't try and tackle that many tough issues because, as you can see, I'm not sharpest tool in box. Am I out talking about everything else except boxing? I don't feel comfortable like talking about other subjects, but sport I'm all right with. So big shout out to Welcome Estates. They've got a help boxers in need scheme going on at the moment. I think that's fantastic. Anybody needs to know anything about that, just go onto Welcome Estates website or click on Boxing Now YouTube. That's them lads that are always over at Peter Fury's gym. They're doing it with Gary. So get stuck into their channel and have a little look what Gary's scheme for help boxers in need is all about. I think it's fantastic that somebody's putting their hand in the pocket for boxing. I've seen Gary do it for many years with boxing gyms in his area and surrounding areas. So he's a man that puts his money where his mouth is because he's got bare dough. But he's not just going to get it, is he? All right. So, but he's a good fella and he's backed everything he said he delivered. When I worked with Gary, he delivered. So, and I'm sure that he's stood on with everybody else, all these that he's helping at the moment in boxing. So get onto his scheme and have a little look. It's £1 a month out of your bank. It's fantastic. It's putting something back in it. That's what it's all about. It's not about taking all the time. It's about putting something back. So, all right. What do I think to these fights at the moment that have not been happening? Canelo Benavidez, Porky, why ain't it happening? Well, it's simple, really. If you go look at Canelo's career, you'll see that he lost against Bivol, didn't he, in a one-sided fight? And I think he realised then that we have weight divisions for a reason, don't we? You know, fighters, they're not superheroes, are they, fighters? It's like me, I'm an 11 stone 6 man, aren't I, on a good day? If I start rolling around out there with somebody 14 stone, it's going to be a bit too much for me, isn't it? If it's everything, everyday occurrence, unless I can get him up so knacking. Isn't it? It's going to be hard. It's going to be harder work than me rolling around with somebody my own weight, isn't it? That's how I look at it. If a big 20 stoner grabs me, to me that's bullying, but I get stuck into him. But the point I want to make is it's gone on for years, this. We had Nazim Ahmed used to spar big guys up there, but he would never do it in the ring. He wouldn't get in a ring and fight these big guys because you're going to get knocked about. You'll go in a ring with somebody for 10 rounds. If he's got a few stone on, you'll know about it. This is why Usyk's best fighter in the world. He just destroyed Joshua, Chisora, Joshua twice, Fury, Dubois, just destroyed them all, and they all had loads of weight on him. And yet, lower weights have got people crying about 3 or 4, 5, 6, 7 pounds. Look what Usyk's doing to people. He's a proper fella, isn't he? But as I said, we have weight divisions for a reason. Okie dokie. Canelo Benavidez, it won't happen. Canelo knows he'll get punched upside down by those big guys. That's my opinion. He got Kovalev at the right time, didn't he? So, Eddie Hearn, Eddie Hills, which should we call him, really? Member of my family says to me, I think that's quite insulting, our Russell. I goes, oh, what's that? You calling Eddie Hearn Eddie Hills. Why are you doing that? Is Hearn his second name? So then I had to explain to her about why he's called Eddie Hills. And she still didn't get it. So is it insulting? I don't know. But Eddie Hills, Eddie Hearn, Pinocchio, whoever, whatever he's calling himself today, Comb over fucking Colin, he's mouthing off about Shaka Stevenson and Joe Cordina is in talks. Well, Joe Cordina's not got a belt, and Eddie's just looking to cash him out, so I can see that happening. You don't care for Joe Cordina. You don't care for Anthony Joshua, just like he didn't care for Carl Froch at the end when Carl Froch were no use to him. Froch were no use to him after he pulled out at Chavez fight when there were issues of it Doe and that. So he's no use to Eddie, is he like that? And Cordina's no use to him, so I can see that happening. Although if you look last week, IFL were putting press statements out saying that Shaka Stevenson and Devin Haney were happening. And then didn't he come out? What's he called? Shaka Stevens. That's a lot of rubbish. I'm sure it was Haney. Shaka Stevenson came out and said it ain't happening. So that died a death. And now we're looking at Cordina and Shaka Stevenson. So that just proves that you, Coogan Cassius, all you are is just a PR guy for a matchroom, aren't you? Eddie rings you up, put this out, I'm in negotiations. You put it out, it's in talks. It flips everything over its head, and then no happens a week later, and you've done your job, Coogan. That's in-house media. You're supposed to be neutral, but you're not. Just pointing it out, kid, because you've got all that access. What do I think to Terry Harper against Rihanna Dixon? Well, I've heard that Steffi Bull's not allowed to be in corner for Terry Harper. What's all that about? Is he on his toes? Is he on bail? What's happening? Will he end up padded up in Armley with the purple one? Well, we're going to see. But let me tell you this. That man's not got a parking ticket on his record, have you, lad? It's a short, sharp shot, kid, when you get in there. Ask me, I know when I was 16, mate. Yeah. I was in a detention centre at 16, lad. Yeah, I was like, oh! Bed packs running around in a circle. Getting kicked up out by screws. Well, I've been in army. So Terry Harper against Rihanna Dixon. I'm going to go for Terry Harper on points in a stinker. Well, there's only 2 minutes in a round, so you score a jab, then you get on your bike, don't you, for that round? And if you can do that 6 times out of 10 rounds, you've won, haven't you? If you take it to points, you win 6-4 on points if you didn't know it other 4. So that's what's going to happen. Terry Harper on points in a stinker. So but then again, people are going to say Rihanna Dixon. So I don't know. It's Crawler's Little Honey. So I hope Crawler's Little Honey does well on the night for Crawler. But I think Terry Harper beats her on points. I think she's too experienced. But if not, well, we're going to see, aren't we? But if you put it on Rihanna Dixon, she might not be as confident. But if Steffi's not going to be in corner, how are they going to cope? How are they going to cope with the man with the orange armpits not there? I don't know. But who cares? And his armly bound. Pop, pop, bang. Didn't Eddie say that recently with Shaka and Haney? Yeah, we've just covered all that. Marcus sending me that in. Yeah, we've covered it all. But yeah, Eddie said the same thing, didn't he? He'd love to get Haney out there, but he's damaged goods in the Haney. Even though they've given that loss back and done it as a no contest, he's still damaged goods, isn't he? Cordina, he's been knocked about, hasn't he? So I don't see Cordina doing Shaka. It's just lip service. It's a bit like Dillian White and Derek Chisora, you know, with what's going on with them behind the scenes, phoning each other and texting each other and saying, we'll have a trilogy and nick a few quid. I heard that one, Derek saying, well, nick a few quid, bruv. Dylan were like that. Yeah, bruv. I'll take 40%. I want back 40. Dylan, you're saving a silent one, aren't you, kid? Pop, pop, bang. And Derek, why would you want to be giving paydays to drug cheats after everything you've said about drug cheats and all your losses against drug cheats, Derek? Why would you want to give Dylan White a payday? Oh, I forgot. You'll be getting a payday as well yourself, eh? You know what I mean? How two-faced is that, Derek, really? Man up! Man up. White Rhino's saying he wants money, not belts. Well, you've not got a belt yet, have you, White Rhino? Of course you want money. You're a boxer, you're a trainer, you're a manager. Now you're a YouTuber eating off my plate. What's all that about? So, which are you best at out of all them four? Boxing, YouTubing, training, or managing? Or are you a bit good at each individual one, but not an expert in all four? Which is it? How many plates are you spinning? Hey, you've got four things you're doing there, plus shitting nappies, plus clothes on washing line. It looks at you washing line when I went by the other day, David. What's going on? And you got a tumble dryer, pop, pop, bang. It is what it is. I've seen the interview with David and Liam Cameron. What did I think to it? I think Dennis Hobson will be a bit pissed off with you, Liam and David, with what you've said there. I know you said, David, you're not signing another deal with Dennis and you probably finish your career out with him. Look, David, that's a load of knackers. You know that and I know that. If you were going to finish out your career with Dennis, you'd just sign with Dennis, wouldn't you? You think Dennis is that stupid? Dennis is looking at you now and he's thinking, oh, if any offer comes in, he's gone. People are a little bit more sharper than you in boxing, David Allen. You're coming out talking about your business like that and Dennis's business. You should be embarrassed. I'm not signing with Dennis, but I'll finish my career here. Fucking insult him. I wouldn't have that. Or you, Liam. I'm a bit embarrassed with you, Liam. Yeah, I did £12,000 in ticket money for Genman fight. Well, I worked for Dennis then. And I remember your missus coming in with money in week. There were no 12 grand, Liam. So why are you saying you did 12 grand in tickets for Genman fight? What a load of shit. You didn't do that for Sheedy fight and that was a Sheffield derby. So why say that? Liam, what you forgot to mention and what Dave Allen forgot to ask you is this. You failed the cocaine test for Sheedy fight, but it were all hushed up. You remember? Why aren't you mentioning that? You failed for Sheedy fight and you failed for Genman fight. Well, everything's all on table, and you've just done a warts and all, haven't you, Liam? You'll come on my channel and do it, but you've gone up Rhinos and done it, haven't you? All right? Liam, tell the truth. You failed the dope test after the Sam Sheedy fight for cocaine. Correct. All right? There you go. So you weighed 158 on scales for a 160 fight, but you were a super middle. Oh, but did it, didn't you? In fight week. So you failed for Sheedy fight for cocaine. You failed for Genman fight for cocaine. That might be why you got a 4-year ban, Liam. You kept the Sheedy one from Dennis and the other one from Dennis as well, didn't you, at the beginning? But Dennis said if you'd have told him about them all, he'd have backed you. I'm not going into bat for Dennis on this because there's times where me and Dennis have been at it with them. Right? When things have been a bit heated, and he's short-tempered, and I am at best of times. But I'm gonna have to side with Dennis on this because he had thousands of pounds invested in you, Liam. And I think that you were quite insulting about how he said you signed for Dennis as well. That ain't how I heard it when you signed for him, although I wasn't there then. I got the impression you were making out you were bullied into it. Bullied into it. I don't know, but I don't think you should have got a 4-year ban for what you got done for, Liam. I thought liberties were took there, but I don't think you handled it correctly. And you never even gave your trainer, Chris Smedley, one mention. He got you a Commonwealth title, and you got to IBF number 12 in world. Well, you've never been stopped on Chris's watch. And you left him to go to Clinton, if you remember. And you got beat, didn't you? And you went back. So you've made a lot of bad decisions yourself, Liam, but I didn't see any of this in this White Rhino interview. All I saw were you playing victim and acting thick, hospital and all this. You sounded thick, Liam, absolutely thick. You're not like that in my company, but I was disappointed to see that, Liam. Very disappointed, to be honest. And you talk, like I said, you mentioned about how much ticket money you did. Come on. So if you did 12 grand in ticket money, when I were there then, Michelle and Dennis must have been lying to me then. So I was lying, Liam did 12 grand, not half of that. Come on, we know what tickets you used to do, Liam. You've never handed £12,000 in ticket money in your life. So stop it with a shite talk. Disappointing. Disappointing front Rhino as well. Biting the hand that feeds them. These people. This is why you're both in limbo at the moment, because you bit the hand that feeds you. So, all right, wanted to try and get fit now and try and get something out of that game. Now you're in your 30s. Been biting the hand that feeds you years, pair of yous. I'm disgusted with you both. I watched all that interview. Utter shite. It were a case of what you didn't ask David, and it were a case of Liam and what you didn't tell him. Do you know what I mean? Everyone wants to play fucking victim, don't they, in boxing? Utter shite. 12 grand in ticket money for the Gemman fight. Oh my God. Is that where we're at? Why don't you tell them about when you set off after that fight, Liam, in your brand new Audi? And didn't even put your lights on car. You had a Guinness, if you remember. You jumped in it. You got keys to your Audi A5, didn't you? Jumped in it. Whoa! And you thought lights were already on, didn't you? Because in them, when you get in them, they look like they're on, don't they, at night? You went driving down Parkway and got a tug, didn't you, and ended up in cells. Why don't you come and tell everybody that? Like you were that thick, you didn't even put fucking lights on. Eh? So I look at it. But hey ho, but Liam, I've got a soft spot for you. Just roasted Liam Cameron. He loves it, really. I've got Harper to beat Dixon. We spoke about that one, didn't we? Eddie says Turkey was frustrated regarding Canelo's situation because Canelo keeps knocking back Benavidez's fight. Let me just say this, Eddie Hills. Since when have you been the PR spokesman for this Triple T guy, this Turkey dude we all know? Are you his spokesman now? Are you trying to smooth everything in? Because it looks to me like you're the guy in background here. You're just a background guy now, like Spencer Brown. Brown for on the foil. That's how I look at it. So that Turkey probably thinks you're an arse licker, Dennis. Sorry, Eddie. Some arse licker, like human monitor lizard. Lee Wood and Josh Warrington, it's a no-go. It's a no-go because it's dead in water, that fight now. It's a dead fight, isn't it? Nobody's interested in that fight now, are they? And Josh Warrington's not got the following that he used to have, so they're probably looking at it as like they're not going to sell it out. That's how I look at it. Could they sell that out in Nottingham? I don't think it's a stadium fight that now. I think they've missed the boat. I think it's just an undercard fight or a Leeds Arena or a Nottingham Arena fight. I think it might be a Leeds Arena, Nottingham Arena sellout. It's not a stadium fight that now, and it's a shame. But Josh Warrington and his team have dilly-dallied with his career for the last few years now, haven't they? And they made a right pig's ear out of it. So it is what it is. But Porky, what do you think to Liam and Rhino's interview? I've seen it. That's up to them, innit? If they want to come out speaking like that. But, you know, if somebody comes to Dave Allen tomorrow with an offer to go somewhere else, do you think he'd be bothered about Big Ron? Yeah, be gone. Be gone in a heartbeat. That's why you're not signing with Big Ron. That's what happens. Bite the hand. Oh, that feeds them. All right. Thanks for liking and subscribing and leaving a comment. Don't forget to watch Porky's International, our sister channel. Backache today, man. Been a back and biceps earlier. And don't forget to have a look on Boxing Now YouTube and have a look at that link that's up there for Gary's Walking Estates Company. All right. Thanks for liking and subscribing and leaving a comment. Go on, peace out.